So, good morning and welcome to the chemistry lecture. Last time you have studied the assumptions or postulates of the kinetic theory of gases, and today you are going to learn the concept of ideal gas. At low pressure and high temperature condition, the relation between pressure and temperature is here Pv it is equal to Kt. That is the product of pressure into volume it is equal to K constant into absolute temperature, where K it is a constant with the particular gas, and if N is the number of molecules in a sample, then K becomes equal to N into Kb. N into Kb, where K is same for all gases and it is called the Boltzmann constant. It is called the Boltzmann constant and it is denoted by Kb. All of you know the general gas equation Pv it is equal to nRT, and if we have the two gases with pressure P1, volume V1 of a first gas, and the pressure P2 and volume V2 of the second gas, then we can write the Boltzmann constant as P1 V1 upon N1 T1 it is equal to P2 V2 upon N2 T2, and it is equal to constant. If P, Phi and T are the same, then N is also same for all gases. Okay. Then all of you know this is the general gas equation. Okay. Where N it is the number of moles and R it is a universal gas constant and it has a value 8.314 mole per mole per Kelvin, and number of moles it is calculated by the mass of the gas upon the molar mass. Okay, mass of the gas upon the molecular weight or molar mass of the gas, and it is equal to N by Na, where Na is the Avogadro's number. Okay, so as already all of you know, in case of solids, the basic units or fundamental units of solid are compactly, systematically, periodically arranged. In case of liquids, the van der Waals forces are low and there is no regular shape and size. And in case of gas, again there are very less van der Waals forces and gas molecules are spherical tiny particles and they are in random motion. Okay, then you have studied the assumptions of a gas molecules, and now we are going to see the derivation for the kinetic gas equation or the derivation for the pressure of a gas. Derivation for the pressure of a gas. Consider a perfect gas enclosed in a cube having each side of length L. Suppose this is a cube and it has its three axes. This is the x-axis, here it is y-axis, and here it is z-axis. And the length of this cube it is L. Length of the cube it is L. Then the area of each face of the cube. Area of each face of the cube A it is equal to L square. and the volume of this cube, it is feet and it is equal to L cube. Okay, suppose we have, this is a cube having L, it is the length of the cube, area it is L square, and the volume of this cube, it is L cube. Then let this N is the total number of gas molecules inside the cube. N is the total number of gas molecules inside the cube, and M is the mass of each molecule. We have enclosed a N number of gas molecules inside this cube, and M is the mass of each molecule. Then the total mass of the gas, suppose we consider capital M, and it is equal to M into capital N, where capital N, it is the total number of gas molecules inside the tube, and in its density, that is rho, it is equal to mass upon volume. Okay, mass upon volume. This ratio, it gives the density of the gas molecules. Then the three intersecting edges of the cube are along the rectangular coordinates x, y and z, with the origin, here it is O, at one corner of the cube. Okay, here this cube, it has three axes, x axis, y axis and z axis, and here it is the origin O. Okay, then the molecules of the gas are moving in all possible directions with all possible velocities. Here in this cube, the gas molecules, they travels in this cube in all possible directions with all possible velocities. Here, however, as they exert the same pressure on each face of the cube, we can assume that on an average, n by 3 molecules are constantly moving parallel to each of the coordinate axes. See here, as gas molecules are always in a random motion and they occupy the whole space, they exert a pressure on each face of the cube. That means gas molecules, they collide with all these faces. We can assume that on an average n by 3 molecules are constantly moving parallel to each of the coordinate axes. Let the n by 3 molecules moving parallel to the x-axis have velocities, suppose c1, c2, c3 up to Cn by 3 respectively. Then consider the molecule moving with velocity c1 along the positive x-axis. Consider the molecule moving with velocity c1 with positive x-axis. Its momentum is m into velocity v, and that is mc1. It collides with the surface S. As the collision is perfectly elastic, it returns with the velocity minus c1, and its momentum after collision is minus mc1. Let us see here. Suppose we consider this is the gas molecule having mass m and velocity v, and it collides along the x-axis to this plane of the cube, and it has a velocity c1. Therefore, this molecule, it collides with velocity c1 on this plane and returns back to the next this plane with velocity minus velocity c1. Okay, and the momentum, it is the product of mass into velocity. If we consider the c1 is the velocity of this particular gas molecule, then it exerts a pressure on this plane or face of this cube, and the momentum of the gas molecule when it collides on this face, it is the m into c1, and after the collision it returns back and collides to this face. Then at that time its momentum is minus mc1, because it is in a reverse direction according to the Newton's second law. Okay, so here consider the molecule moving with velocity c1 along the positive x-axis. Its momentum is c1 mc1. It collides with the surface S. As the collision is perfectly elastic, it returns with velocity minus c1, and its momentum after collision is minus mc1. Hence, the change in momentum, it is equal to minus mc1 minus mc1, and it is equal to minus 2mc1. The negative sign shows that the molecule has lost the momentum and it is gained by the wall. Here, negative sign indicates that the molecule has lost the momentum and it is gained by the wall. Hence, the change in momentum of the surface, it is given by plus 2mc1. Okay, plus m2mc1. The number of collisions of the molecule with the surface per second is c1 by 2l. The number of collisions of the molecule with the surface per second is c1 by 2l, because we have considered c1 is the velocity and the length of the cube, it is l. So it collides on first surface and then returns back to the another plane. So that total distance is 2l. Therefore, the number of collisions of the molecule with the surface per second, it is given by c1 by 2l. After collision, the molecule travels to the opposite wall making collision and again return to the wall with the same speed without striking any other molecule on the way. The distance traveled by this molecule between two successive collisions with the walls, it is equal to 2l. As there are n by 3 such molecules, the total change in momentum of the surface per second, it is given by this equation. Here, mc1 square by L plus mc2 square by L plus dot dot plus mcn by 3 square upon L. That is the along 3 coordinate axis. We have large number of gas molecules with the velocity c, and number of gas molecules are n by 3. Okay, so this is then the common term we take here m by L outside the bracket, and we can write inside the bracket here C1 square plus C2 square plus dot dot plus Cn by 3 square. Okay, but the C square, it is equal to C1 square plus C2 square plus dot dot plus Cn by 3 square and upon n by 3. This is the number of molecules along x, y and z axis. So it is the n by 3. And therefore we can write C1 square plus C2 square plus dot dot plus C square of n by 3, it is equal to n by 3 C square. Thus, the change in momentum of the surface per second, it is given by mn upon L3 into C square, and it is equal to 1 by 3 n m C square upon L. The rate of change of momentum is equal to the force exerted on the surface. The rate of change of momentum is equal to the force exerted on the surface. Hence, the force exerted by molecules on the surface, it is given by F, it is equal to 1 by 3 m n C square upon L, where n, it is the total number of gas molecules, m, it is the mass of the gas molecule, c, it is the velocity, and L, it is the length of the cube. This is the equation. Then the rate of change of momentum is equal to the force exerted on the surface. Hence, the force exerted by molecules on the surface is given by, here we have P, it is equal to F by A, and already we have equation for force, it is equal to 1 by 3 m C square into n upon L, and area, it is L square. So it becomes equal to 1/3 n m C square by L cube. But this L cube, it is the volume of the cube, and n into m, it is the total mass. Therefore, here P, it is equal to 1 by 3 into m by phi C square, but mass upon volume, it is equal to the density denoted by letter rho here. Therefore, we can write P, it is equal to 1 by 3 rho into C square, or P, it is equal to 1 by 3 into rho into C square. And again, you know that C, it is equal to square root of C square, and it is the root mean square velocity for the molecules. C square, it is the root mean square velocity of the gas molecules. I hope you will understand, and if you have any doubts, any queries, you can ask me further. Simply remember that here this is a cube having L as a length of the cube, and the area of this cube, it is L square. Volume of the cube, it is given by L cube, because we have considered each side of this cube, it is L. Okay, then N is the total number of gas molecules inside the cube. This capital N, it is the total number of gas molecules inside the cube. M is the mass of each molecule, and the total mass, it is denoted by capital M, and it is the M into total number of gas molecules. And the next density rho, it is equal to M by V, that is mass upon volume. This ratio gives the density. Okay, and the momentum of the gas molecule, it is the product of mass of the molecule into its velocity. When this molecule, it strikes on this plane, then its momentum is mv. If we consider v, it is a velocity, and if we consider c as a velocity, then momentum, it is the mc. Okay, and if we consider one molecule, its velocity c1, then the momentum is mc1. And after colliding this molecule on this plane, it returns, or it collides with this another plane opposite of this, with the momentum mc1 with negative sign, and it is written here. Okay, so the total momentum, it is plus mc1 plus minus mc1, and the minus sign above the bracket, minus sign before the bracket. So inside, the change of the momentum sign takes place. So we have the total momentum mc1 plus mc1, and it is equal to 2mc1. And as this molecule, it has motion along three axes, along x-axis, along y-axis, as well as along z-axis. So we consider the gas molecules, they exert the same pressure on each face of the cube. On an average, n by 3 molecules are constantly moving parallel to each of the coordinate axes. And depending on this, we have calculated the total change in a momentum of the surface per second as mn upon L by 3, L into 3 into c square, it is equal to 1 by 3 m n c square by L. And the rate of change of momentum is equal to the force exerted on the surface. Hence, the force exerted by the molecule, it is given by F, it is equal to 1 by 3 n m c square upon L. And then the rate of change of momentum is equal to the force exerted on the surface. Okay, then putting the values of F and A, we have the pressure exerted, it is equal to here. This equation also we can write 1 by 3 m n c square upon L cube means phi. This is the equation of kinetic gas equation. Okay, thank you. We will see the next point tomorrow.